Well, good evening, and Mr. Marison here, or Mr. Maris here, whatever you want to call me. This is a sort of a direct video to my friend and filmmaking buddy Sonia. You know, because I know that last few days or so she's been feeling a bit down. So just a few words of wisdom, if I can manage to find a few. Yeah, I know how you feel when you say about what's the point? And never going to get anywhere, never going to get discovered. It's all hard work, it's all grind, it's all time and money, and there's not really any return, is there? And it always seems like it's just an ongoing battle, really. So, what's the point? Might as well just throw in the towel, throw in the cameras, and give up and just play bingo for the rest of your life, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to quit filming and just learn cross stitch in the dark, sort of. If only. So yeah, no, that's not really going to happen. But yeah, just a quick bit of background for you. When I was only young, I'm talking 8, 9, maybe 10 years old, I got given or was let loose with a old video camera, and I would film the garden and bits and pieces and try different things and animation with Lego and all kinds of random things. And I thought, this is fun. I can be a storyteller. I can portray a vision in my head through the lens of the camera, and people can watch these stories and hopefully get the same kind of enjoyment from what I got or had in my head. So anyway, done that. Bit older, got given a second-hand camera that was broken, couldn't see what I was filming. Would do bits and pieces with that, do animation, do sketches, and all kinds of crazy, silly bits and pieces. Very, very low budget. You know, no computers back then, no magic software, nothing special. And I thought, yeah, this is something that I'm good at, or I think I'm good at, or at least I enjoy. So I thought, yeah, this is good fun, like a hobby, I suppose you'd call it, something to do. And then, sort of back in 2003, me and my best friend, Paul Tappenden, obviously, we set up our own company. We called ourselves Skitheads, and we would film sketches with characters and costumes and props and all kinds of mad things. And even back then, we had one camera, and it was, you know, quite a monster. It wouldn't do much, and very basic computer. I mean, YouTube wasn't even born then. We're talking the early days when we would put our stuff onto video, VHS, and distribute our comedy on video. So I'm talking not that long ago, but it shows how things have moved recently, doesn't it? Anyway, 10 years between then and now, or however long it was, as you progress, and sort of spent 10 years toing and froing and never really got anywhere with that. And then, sort of a good couple of years ago, started to branch out and become a bit more professional and try and do things like maybe video weddings or corporate events or things a bit more serious. I mean, the comedy thing's always going to be my top sort of genre kind of thing, but it's all becoming more professional and sort of investing more money and time. Time is our enemy. And sort of picking up momentum from there. And then about 5 years ago, I got my first sort of cinema quality camera. You know, a £10,000 camera. I got quite cheap second hand, and sort of went from there. I was plagued with problems, absolutely plagued with so many issues, but the negatives sort of almost outweighed the positives, but persevered and spent a lot of money on that, and that didn't last because it was such hard work, and you learn as you go along. And anyway, sort of that went very wrong, and then I sort of thought, well, maybe filmmaking isn't for me. I mean, it's all time and money and experience, and I don't have any of that really. And the camera got broken and it got repaired and it never quite worked, and it was cumbersome and it was heavy, and I was working alone. And I thought, well, I tried, so let's just give it all up it's just stop. It's too much stress. But then I suppose everything's stressful, and I actually kind of get the most enjoyment out of storytelling, filmmaking, videography, whatever you want to call it in this day and age. So anyway, I thought, let's persevere. And then a few years ago, about 3 years ago, there was a thing on Facebook for a cameraman to help in a low budget film being shot locally out in Medway, out in Kent. So I applied, got sort of asked if I wanted to do it, and then I sort of declined the offer and thinking I wasn't good enough. And ahhed, and then I said, oh, what the heck, let's give it a go. And then thanks to the other half, she helped me pick a new camera and sort of went and got that. And that was quite an investment, a lot of money. But did that, had a go at this film with Sonia, producing and writing this film, Ghost of Bluebell Hill, that she had made as a short and needed it to be made into a feature. Had a crack at that, and it wasn't too sad for my first big film. It was actually quite enjoyable, learning new things, working with more people and learning my skill as I went along with mistakes and then rectifying them and investing more and just, sort of really going from there. And then the next film after that was Operation Omo, our World War II film, and that was an intense film. That was a lot of work. I mean, we was filming almost every week then and really pumping time and money into this film, and the finished film I'm really proud of. I mean, it still brings a tear every now and then because quite an emotional film. It's quite sad. Now they're currently not available to view online, which they probably should be by now, but that's probably the next step within the next few weeks or whatever. It'd be nice to at least get them out there because one of the problems at the moment is distribution. Like Sonia's been telling me or been saying that they don't ever get distributed, no one ever gets to see them, it doesn't get us anywhere. But I think the problem in this day and age is everybody wants to be the next big thing, and it's quite competitive, and to really get a return on something, it's sort of the 1 in a billion, person gets their lucky shot. And I mean, is that the sort of where we want to end up? Do you want to be famous? Do I want to be famous? I'm already famous. I mean, can't go anywhere without anyone knowing who I am, what I want. I mean, I'm even famous in Florida. Don't know how. Yeah, and then I suppose, say I was, or we or whoever was given, say, £1 million for a film, and wow, it's all done. Everyone knows who I am. Now I can give up work and live in a nice little house in the countryside. What am I going to do for the rest of my life? Am I just going to sit on my ass and just wait to die? Of course not. I'd probably make another film. Not so much for the money, but because it's something I enjoy. And filmmaking, whatever role you have in it, whether you're the makeup artist who's quite talented, or an actor who's just starting out, or just wants to be a part of something, it's the magic. It's a lot of hard work pulling everything together, and yeah, it doesn't always pay off, but I think the journey, like the experience as we go along, is the most enjoyable part. I mean, I'm constantly learning from my mistakes and getting better at what I do and learning, and I think that everything takes time, which unfortunately is something we don't have much of on this life on this planet. But I think while we have the time, we should invest it wisely in something we enjoy doing. So I think that all the times I've been hit by problems, things have gone wrong, films are broken down, equipment's broken down, things have fallen apart, things have gone wrong, things are such hard work. Do I want to keep doing it? Of course I do, because it's something I enjoy. It's who I am, it's what defines me, with cameras and telling stories and just the magic of it. You're watching a video right now, and this is very simple, just filmed straight without any editing, and yeah, I think we all go through that time in our life, especially when you hit your 30s and 40s, I suppose, 50s, I suppose, I don't know, we go for a midlife crisis and we think, what's the meaning of life? Why did I bother? I mean, the Facebook God visited me in a dream the other day. I mean, that must mean something. So, yeah, I think we all go through these stages where, why bother? I'm just going to up and quit, give up. I can't be bothered anymore. I can't be bothered. But then I think that we need that. I think we need to sort of hit the end, stop, recharge, refresh, and then sort of get back up and say, you know what? Let's try again. Let's do it. Let's really, 120% this time. Let's try, and if we don't get anywhere, we can always try again. Because you'll either make it or you won't. But if you don't keep trying, you'll never know. So anyway, I'm going to sort of draw this video to an end because it's quite long. And that's it really, I suppose. And so if anyone wants to get involved or join me or whatever, just drop a comment, I suppose it's called, or whatever. Get hold of me or get hold of Sonia if you know Sonia, and be part of this magic. Because at the end of the day, we're all illusionists. You only see what we want you to see and think what we want you to think, and it is a kind of magic. And I suppose we're all magicians at the end of the day. So for now, thanks for watching my rant. And I think, like Sonia says, quote unquote, is peace, love, and light are fluid, or light. Or anyway, thanks guys. It's still there.